Yeah. How to express emotional feelings. Yeah, how to express emotional feelings. Well, according to me, there are three foundations that you need to be aware of, according to me anyway. Number one being authenticity, transparency, and the last one, the third one being neutrality, right? Authenticity doesn't mean you have to be perfect in how you process information or how you process feelings and emotions. Everybody's wired differently. Everybody processes their emotions and feelings differently depending where they are on their spiritual level and also where they are in their lives, right? So whichever way you process your own emotional feelings, your emotions and so forth, it's fine as long as you're authentic. You're being authentic to yourself. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be perfect all the time, or you're going to be perfect rather, even to begin with. But just allow yourself to process your feelings and emotions as authentically as you can, right? Number two, transparency. Transparency enables you to sustain consistency on who you are as a person, right? On who you are right now and who you are trying to become as a person. So it helps to be transparent with yourself first, regardless of inward things, right? Transparency is personal. It's intrinsically unique to you, right? So as long as you are transparent with how you feel about things, even if people don't agree with you, it's fine. And also they don't need to know how you feel. As long as you are aware of how you feel, that's what is important, and you're transparent to yourself about it, that's fine. And the last one is neutrality, right? Neutrality, I normally say neutrality gives you the capacity to think independently and critically about things, situations, and people. Okay, you don't get to be too emotionally attached to things and people and also information, because we end up with people who are attached to information that's been sold to them. They are unable to break through the paradigm, the conditioning, the programming. So we end up with people who are too attached to information, and unfortunately in most cases, according to me and my own personal observation, it could affect their ability to express their emotions in a healthy way. They do so by suppressing certain feelings because number one, they want to appear as emotionally mature or emotionally intelligent, which is a term that is loosely used nowadays. Emotional intelligence. People tend to forget that there are levels to emotional intelligence, and also it doesn't automatically mean when you're emotionally intelligent you are automatically spiritually aware. They're not always connected, right? There are levels to emotional intelligence, and also depending where you are on your spiritual level, that comes into play. So understanding those things and finding your own system on how to navigate the nuances of how to feel and how to process your emotions, it can definitely help you. You don't always have to fit the narrative of what other people or other psychologists are saying, because also they are operating with a limited awareness of how emotions work, and also when it comes to emotions, by the way, they do arise from outside influences, either from not only from the outside influences, let me just say that it's both the outside influences and yourself, right? So we tend to think that you always have to be responsible for your feelings and how you behave and how you respond, but sometimes those negative feelings may be caused by outside influences, and you won't always be aware that's the situation or that's the case at a time, right? Sometimes you might find out that someone has spoken to you in a disrespectful manner, right? Or behaved towards you in a disrespectful manner, and that might also cause you to react or respond in a violent way without you being aware for it. That's actually what happened, right? So when you're aware of the outside influences, you tend to navigate the emotional system a bit differently, because you're aware there are other entities, especially demons in this case, who are trying to get a reaction out of you, who are trying to destabilize your energetic field, so who are trying to disrupt your aura and energetic field so that they can further do their witchcraft and their nonsense towards you, right? So there's no one way of dealing with emotions. There's no one way of expressing those negative emotions, unfortunately. But if you are aware what's happening behind the scenes, you tend to be more knowledgeable, you tend to be more selective and more calmer, if you will. Okay, so do take the time to study the emotions. And also I have an article there, it lists, it has the names of some of the celebrities that have been stealing my energy, also my blessings. And maybe, who knows, you might be one of those people that they have been stealing your success, your blessings, your stars, and you're not aware of it. So kindly check that article. I think it will help you. You'll be surprised of the names that you're seeing there, because unfortunately, my find that they're also penetrating your dreams through witchcraft, but you're not aware of it. Okay, so the link is down below. Check it out. And also there's a PDF guide there if you want more information, including solutions on how to navigate and protect yourself and protect your energy to drastically reduce all the nonsense that has been done in the spiritual realms. Because whether you like to admit it or not, even psychologists are not aware what's happening there, right? And if they are, some of them are part of the cults that causes such negative impacts on people, and it becomes harder for people to even express their feelings as well. Okay, so with that being said, without being extra, be authentic, that's number one. Be transparent, that's number two. Be neutral with your feelings. Don't get too attached to things, right? And also learn to discern. Learn to discern between energies. I like to think the article that I've written, it will help you with that, including the PDF guide, right? With that being said, you're welcome. Check that article. Comment below what you think of it. I know some of you are going to be blown away. Make no mistake. With that, I'm out. Yeah, if you like that type of content, there's a video that I'm linking here somewhere. Okay, it will also clarify and give you an idea of actually what's happening behind the scenes, in the spiritual sense side of things, right? Yeah, there's a video I'm going to link somewhere here. Take the time to check it out, and yeah, for now, take care. Ciao.